Hi everyone. Today I have a wonderful Adler Favorit 2 in front of me. This is a very cool but no nonsense machine. No nonsense means, in car salespeople speak, no nonsense, that it doesn't have a lot of extra features. For example, it only has one platen knob, it does not have a margin release, it doesn't even have a color selector. It does have a bell, but only one color. So black, blue, red, whatever color you fancy putting in there, just make sure it's a single color ribbon. Otherwise, you might run into issues when you type capitals that suddenly have a different color than your regular letters. Oh, let's take a tour of this machine. So on this side we have paper bale lifts. This is your paper release, single platen knob, carriage release, and over here, when I zoom in a bit, I'll bring you guys closer. This is the carriage lock. I need to get it a bit further back over here, and then it goes in the shift position carriage. It does have two of these, so it's fixed on both sides. And what else you can see over here is that you have a lot of these little axles. Instead of C-clips, there is a little steel wire bent around them. So I didn't bother messing with those when cleaning this machine. Backside, things that are expected, like paper support, is there. Great. These are your margin settings. They just flip up. Now I can also demonstrate that it does not have a margin release, and it doesn't need one because there goes your bell. Bing. And you can just keep on typing, which can be a bit of a nuisance. Now that the carriage is out of the way, I'm gonna zoom in on this bit over here, and I'm gonna tell you one thing that you should be very careful about when you want to buy one of these, and that is to make sure that this very long spring over here is present, because that is your mainspring. This thing does not have a drum with a mainspring in it and a drawband. It just has this enormous spring that goes around through a pulley system, so make sure that thing is there. Otherwise you're going to be very, very sorry you have this machine, because I wouldn't know where you can source such a long spring. I'll put that back later. And on the other side we have, well, let's get this thing turned first. On the other side we have the second carriage lock, carriage release, line return lever. This is your ratchet release, and over here, this tiny little lever over here is your line setting. Over here you have spool covers. These slide off, these are not fixed or whatever, so they often go missing. So I'm very fortunate to have mine. And over here, if I just turn it a bit and get you guys closer, you can see your line selection. I'm gonna just leave it at 1 for the moment. Oh, what's also cool about this machine, I'm gonna turn it again a bit. This is the coolest feature of this machine, why most people want to have them. This is not your regular tie bar machine. This machine is a thrusting action machine. These shoot forwards as you type, which is awesome. This is just so cool. As you can see, these always have two letters on them. On top you have your lowercase, and on the bottom you have your uppercase. So you move your platen down, and if you're uppercase, you move your platen up, and if you're lowercase. So this is the main reason why you don't want to put a two-color ribbon in this thing, and why it doesn't have a color selector. The other annoying thing about that is you basically use the bottom of your ribbon and the top of your ribbon stays rather inky because you don't use that many capitals. Maybe in German it's an aggressive language, maybe there. Also, something I noticed is that the end slug has a massive track, so I'm guessing someone typed a lot of 99999 on this thing, but that's just an hypothesis. So I'm going to turn this thing back around and then I'm going to do some typing for you. First, of course, I need to put some paper in this thing. You could do better than that. No, it's quite okay. Okay, back to it. So another bit of an issue you can have with these is it's somewhat difficult to see what you are typing. Nevertheless, still a very cool machine. Let's do that again, but this time without the cover on. Time for some magic. Alright, magic seemed to have been successful. Now you can see those bars flinging around. Let's type another sentence, shall we? This is such a cool machine. Yeah. Also, something I find funny is that I don't have an S set on this thing. So if I want to type, it's gonna be with a double S. Still, awesome machine. Something I noticed, my A sometimes makes a funny noise and then it doesn't type. I just call it the quirkiness of this machine. How about the bird's eye view while typing? Let's put that cover back on. Shit, I didn't snap it well. There we go, much better. So, I think that's it. Only one thing left for me to do. Goodbye.